All right, this is 1.85, polynomial sequences and recursive formulas. So let's take a look at the launch task A. It says use your pre-calculus skills to expand each of the following. So we know this one is x squared minus 2x plus 1. Well, if you remember Pascal's triangle, then this is x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 1. Notice it's going to alternate. And this is going to be 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So that's x to the fourth minus minus 4x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x plus 1. So it's really, really quick if you remember and can use Pascal's triangle. So now, this says there's a sequence defined by a sub n is negative 11, negative 22, negative 51, and so on. It says it can be shown that a sub n is n cubed minus 5n squared minus 3n minus 4 because it's a third degree polynomial. We're now asked to find a recursive formula. So what we're going to do is, and they're going to call it f of n is n cubed minus 5n squared minus 3n minus 4. So what you're going to be asked to do is do f of n minus 1. So this is n minus 1 cubed minus 5 times n minus 1 squared minus 3 times n minus 1 minus 4. Okay, so think about what we did right up here. This is going to be n cubed minus 3n squared plus 3n minus 1. The signs alternate. Minus 5 times n squared minus 2n plus 1 minus 3n plus 3 minus 4. Do not combine like terms, okay, because this is going to defeat what we're trying to do, okay? So f of n minus 1 then is n cubed minus 3n squared plus 3n minus 1 minus 5n squared plus 10n minus 5. Again, you are not combining like terms, okay? I know it's like so tempting to want to do that. But what I want you to see is f of n is n cubed minus 5n squared minus 3n minus 4. So I'm going to highlight those terms. So what I could do then is I can actually rewrite this as f of n. Now I'm going to combine any remaining terms. Minus 3n squared. 3n plus 10n is 13n. Then I have minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6 plus 3. So that's minus 3. Okay, so now watch what we're going to do. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting. So I'm going to add the 3n squared, subtract the 13n, and add the 3. But remember, this is also representing a sub n. So watch what we're going to do. We're going to call this a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus 3n squared minus 13n plus 3. Then my recursive formula, so watch this. A sub 1 is negative 11, and a sub n is a sub n minus 1 plus 3n squared minus 13n plus 3. All right, so let's try one together, okay? So what we're going to do is really the same idea, okay? So I've given you the the explicit formulas right here, okay? So we're going to say b sub n is n to the fourth minus 2n cubed minus 3n squared minus 4n plus 5. Okay, So because replacing the n with n minus 1, it really does produce the previous term. We're going to do that. We're going to go through and replace the n's with n minus 1. Okay, so now this is where you want to use Pascal's triangle. So let's do the 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, because I'm going to be lightning fast expanding these. So I am expecting that you remember that from 1.1. So this is n to the 4th minus 4n cubed plus 6n squared minus 4n plus 1 minus 2. This will be n cubed minus 3n squared plus 3n minus 1 minus 3 times n squared minus 2n plus 1 minus 4n plus 4 plus 5. Do not combine like terms, okay? Because that's going to muddy what we're trying to do. So what you're going to have to remember is after you distribute, we do not combine like terms. And the reason why is what you're trying to do is here is b sub n. So I'm going to highlight. There's n to the 4th. Here's minus 2n cubed minus 3n squared minus 4n plus 5. So my b sub n minus 1 is b sub n. Now I'll combine any remaining terms. So that's minus 4n cubed. 6n squared and 6n squared is, do I have another n squared somewhere? Is a plus 12n squared. And then I have minus 4n minus 6n is minus 10n plus 6n, which is the minus 4n. Then I have 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 minus 3 is 0, plus 4. And then watch what you're going to do. You're going to just swing everything over to the left. I'll add the 4n cubed, subtract the 12n squared, add 4n minus 4. So now here's the recursive formula. B sub 1, it's in the table, right? And if it's not, you could use your explicit formula. Then B sub n, slide this over because this is a little bit bigger now, is going to be b sub n minus 1 plus 4n cubed minus 12n squared plus 4n minus 4 when n is greater than or equal to 2. All right, let's try one more time. Okay, we'll call this example B. It says determine the degree. So I encourage you to pause the video, okay? Pause the video and really try this. All right, so this is down 8, down 4, up 6, up 22, up 44, up 72, up 106. All right, let's do it again. This is up 4, up 10, up 16, up 22, up 28, up 34. All right, up 6, up 6, up 6, up 6, up 6. So it's third degree or cubic. So what I want you to do is, whether you want to use matrices or Desmos, I strongly recommend the Desmos. I went ahead and did that, and I got n cubed minus 4n squared minus 3n plus 2. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and do the a sub n minus 1. I think I'm going to do it over here because that'll give me a little more space. So that's n minus 1 cubed minus 4 times n minus 1 squared minus 3 times n minus 1 plus 2. So again, I'm going to use 1, 3, 3, 1 to help me with the cubic. So that's n cubed minus 3n squared plus 3n minus 1. When you have a minus in the binomial, that is going to alternate your signs. So be careful with that. Remember, you are not trying to combine your like terms. And the reason why is you're trying to find a sub n embedded in this expansion. Okay, so here's my a sub n. So here's n cubed minus 4n squared minus 3n plus 2. So this is a sub n minus 1 is a sub n. I have minus 3n squared. And again, at any point, please pause the video and do the work yourself. Plus 11n. So then I get minus 1 minus 4 is negative 5. Whoops, sorry. No, this is right. Okay, so minus 5 plus 2 is minus 2. So then, here's my recursive. A sub 1 was given. A sub n, oops, I'm not done, sorry. Got a little distracted here. So now, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the 3n squared over, minus 11n plus 2 is your a sub n. Now I'm ready to get up here. So that's a sub n minus 1 plus 3n squared minus 11n plus 2 when n is greater than or equal to 2. All right, there you have it. Any part of it, watch it again, rewind.